Right now, somewhere in your house, a small, striped animal is staring at the wall like it just remembered something ancient. It has every right to. Its bloodline is nearly 4 billion years old, and it's about to get completely reshaped in an evolutionary blink. Long before farms, before villages, before humans even existed, a group of small mammals split into two branches. One became dogs, wolves, and bears. The other, quieter, built for ambush instead of the chase, became every cat that has ever lived. That split took tens of millions of years. Everything that came after it took almost no time at all. 10,000 years ago, in the Fertile Crescent, humans started doing something new: farming. Stored grain attracted rodents. Rodent-infested villages attracted a shy, solitary wildcat, the ancestor of every cat alive today. Nobody invited it in, nobody bred it. It showed up, uninvited and completely unbothered, for the free meal. The wildcats that were a little less afraid of people got first access to that food, every single night. Braver cats ate better. Better-fed cats had more kittens. Generation after generation, tolerates humans quietly became a survival trait, no different than sharper claws or better night vision. One genetic study traced this moment through DNA. It found that nearly every domestic cat on Earth shares ancestry with a small handful of founding wildcat lines, all from that same region. This wasn't some global event. It happened in one place, then spread with the humans who unknowingly caused it. Nobody planned any of this. If that surprised you, hit like and subscribe. There's a lot more like it. Wait, if nobody was breeding these cats on purpose, then what actually changed? For almost 9,000 years, barely anything. Cats kept the same wild coat pattern, stripes running down the spine, identical to the ones carved into Egyptian tomb walls. Same size, same hunter's body. The only thing evolving was temperament, not appearance. Archaeologists even found a cat buried next to a human on the island of Cyprus, dated to roughly 9,500 years ago. Cyprus has no wildcats of its own. Someone carried that cat across the sea by boat. Proof the bond came long before the breeds did. A decade later, a second genetic study complicated the story further. Cats hadn't just spread from one place. A second wildcat population, from Egypt, joined the gene pool later, riding along ancient trade routes centuries afterward. Even the origin story had more than one chapter. Compare that to how your phone fills up with apps. Thousands of small, competing options, most quietly abandoned, until only the best-fitting ones stick around. Nobody designs that outcome, it just accumulates. Somewhere in the Ottoman era, something small finally shifted. A tiny mutation started producing a new pattern, blotches instead of stripes. It took until the 1700s for anyone to even bother writing it down as a distinct trait. For 9,000 years, cats had barely blinked. That single mutation was the crack in the dam. Then, in the 1800s, a blink of an eye by evolutionary standards, something genuinely new happened. For the first time in 10,000 years, humans stopped letting evolution choose. They started choosing themselves. Coat colors and patterns that had quietly existed in the background for centuries suddenly became something to select for, not just tolerate. Long-haired cats, hairless cats that look personally offended by cold weather, cats with ears folded flat, like they're perpetually listening for gossip. Cats bred purely because someone liked the way they looked. And the strangest part? Nobody can even agree on how many breeds exist. One major registry recognizes 75, another recognizes 45. Same species, same starting point, different scorecards. One shy desert hunter, roughly 10,000 years of accidental selection. Then, in less than 200, an explosion of shapes and colors we now call breeds. And underneath every one of them, the fluffiest Persian, the folded-eared Scottish fold, the cat currently ignoring you from across the room. There's still that same ambush predator, running the exact instincts it had before agriculture, before Egypt, before you. You didn't domesticate your cat. It just found you useful enough to stick around for the last 4 billion years of practice.